I am still a fan of Cosmos. I haven't given up. And let's say its native token called Atom were to never go to the price of $200 or even $100. Let's say hypothetically $50. That still wouldn't surprise me whatsoever, and I wouldn't be disappointed at that because even though I can only speak on my behalf, $50 is around a 10x from here. Let's say Bitcoin, which as of right now, hypothetically, right, hit a new all-time high very recently, and let's say some people are saying 300 grand. But 300 grand is slightly less than a 3x from here. Let's say Ethereum from right now went to the price of 10 grand. Sure, slightly over a 3x from here. That's not even a 5x, you know? This is just my mindset. So I get it when it comes to sometimes people view a 10x and they say, oh, take a look at this microcap or whatever, but it just doesn't seem too disappointing to me, at least in my personal perspective. But even besides that, what do I think about Cosmos? I think it's a very fundamentally amazing project because the Cosmos blockchain utilizes a proof-of-stake consensus algorithm called Tendermint. Now, Tendermint made a toolkit called the Cosmos SDK, and SDK stands for Software Development Kit. And what this does is that it allows something called application-specific blockchains to be built. Now, what are, some examples of this? Like, for instance, there's over 50 Cosmos-based blockchains so far. And if we take a look at it, for instance, right, these blockchains do include the BNB chain. We also take a look at Chronos, Kava, Luna Classic. Now, I get it, Luna Classic, some people may think, oh, what happened to that and all this? I get it, but it's still kind of popular to a certain extent, actually, which is, again, kind of shocking to me. But even besides that point, it kind of showcases already the, I would say, recognition of something like Cosmos, because again, take a look at the BNB chain, take a look at Chronos. I mean, it's very massive. So this is why I don't think Cosmos is a bad project. Not to mention, if we take a look at it, Tendermint makes it possible for Cosmos to process up to 10,000 transactions per second. So again, that's very impressive. Now keep in mind, when it comes to these Cosmos-based blockchains, there's kind of like a glue, so to speak, that connects them all together. And what is that? That is something called IBC. At least that's the way to take a look at it. Now, IBC stands for Inter-Blockchain Communication Protocol. And again, any blockchain out there that does have IBC enabled can easily transfer assets to and from any other blockchain that does have IBC enabled. So I think that's pretty interesting. I think Cosmos really does create this kind of like, I would arguably say, unique cross-chain experience. So when I view something like Cosmos, man, I think it's very simple for me to understand. I don't think it's overly complicated. I think it actually serves a good purpose. So yeah, again, I'm still a fan of the project. I don't think it's bad. Now, let's say, when we take a look at, again, Atom going to the price of $50, people are like saying, oh man, take a look at, sure, Bitcoin is doing pretty good. Take a look at Ethereum, but they think that altcoins aren't really gonna, ever see a fully fledged type of altcoin season like what we saw, for instance, back in 2021 in terms of that altcoin season. But the way I view it is this. I mean, if that Bitcoin dominance drops, and let's say maybe a fully fledged type of altcoin season, does happen, hypothetically, whenever that does happen, I want to be prepared and just hold and I just wait. That's it. Because that is the only thing that is within my control in terms of what I can do, which is holding and just waiting. But why wouldn't I wait? I mean, let's take a look back during the last bull run, right? During the peak of that, I should say, back in 2021. There was around 300 million crypto owners. Now we have over 600 million. I mean, that's a totally 90-day difference. This altcoin season, man, I think, just from my perspective, I think it could look maybe way better than what we saw back in 2021. Just at least based off, again, over 600 million crypto owners and also the hype for the Bitcoin ETF, the Ethereum ETF. So this is why I'm still staying patient. I'm not giving up. And I'm still a fan of Cosmos. And feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I would greatly appreciate it. It's only the Captain, and I'll catch you all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.